afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to the exciting 2 versus 2 on Eindhoven country here between Jove and Alastor, fighting here for Germany, for Reich, for the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte. With elite troops, close air support, mechanized assault, and Jäger armor versus Slant and Donniechan, fighting for the United States of America for the 2nd Armored Division. Moving forwards here, we've got airborne, recon, and armor and rifle coming here, immediately chosen here by Donniechan. To immediately getting ready to call in probably some veteran rifleman bullets and some mostly infantry, with a single grenade bulletin here for increased range, and some pack howitzer bulletins here for Donniechan. Rearsons from their ramming, got Grenadiers and an MP43 on the way for Alastor, whereas we've got just Grenadiers so far on the way for Jove. And they are moving out a bit here across the map, going straight for the fuel right there. The rear-echelons make a straight line, wondering where the rest of the guys are. Make progress up here, a bit more spread out. There we got the MG42 moving up. We got a very aggressive push here for the fuel point. If the MG40 can set up in a good position, it should be able to cause some problems here for the Americans. For the Yankees, Schnelldieter set up the MG42. That shows these Americans one or two things about warfare. Meanwhile, now got to push up the centre. Lighter action here. Reaction versus Pioneers. Rather than breaking through the centre, we got Vessel rapidly called up for Donniechan. Mega Reassurance definitely suffering quite the hectic beating there at the hands of the MD42 crew. Got more Grenadiers arriving, and we got an MD42 now as well here for Jove. Force joining up here from both sides, Slant and Donniechan, Jove and Alastor. And there you go, nice lecture here trying to flank about, but looks like Alastor here is not quite aware of it. He's taking up a nice position here on the far end of the ruins. Doing there for the car point though, nice decision there by Slant, realising he's not entirely safe, so what can he do instead? He's basically just try and cut them off from the fuel. And the forces meanwhile, the Americans are overpowering the Germans in the centre, total collapsing of the German lines, taking the American pressure on the left flank. That Pioneers for laying down barbed wire. We've got the point there cut off, so both sides now cut off from the fuel here by their opponents. Second MG42 there, eyeing for Alastor, the rifleman pinned down to the ground like insects in some collector's collection. Oh, probably not quite like that. That involves a lot less bullets. Forcing up here, rifle just out. No! God damn it, Johnny! Just had to poke your head out, didn't you? Meanwhile, there we got the Germans actually very much split up here into much smaller segments. Maybe Portugal is in a lot of trouble. He's not really sort of setting them up to sort of help each other. Going to get overwhelmed here. He might even lose the MG40 here to Slant. Good lord, a harsh blow. They tell us they're too slow to retreat. Things are looking pretty bad here for the Germans so far. Pretty bad. The Americans are putting forward. There goes Slant, secures himself an MG42. Germans are taking heavy loss. Alastor is definitely not looking good. Joe might have a slight chance here, of course, holding things up. We've got points to secure. We've got S mines going down, but probably we're seeing mines from very rapidly. And from Donniechan, of course, deal with it. I mean, we've got the reasons right looking at it. They're not going to have to be the world's most clever men to figure out it might be an idea to get a minesweeper. Lieutenant Barry out here for Donniechan for Slant. We've also got Lieutenant. In fact, both American players are getting an M20. Looks like almost they got them at the exact same time too. That's some timing. Synchronous M20 Collins. Next up at the Olympics. Well, it is in 84 to do the best here versus the rifleman held up in the building. Tailing into the bastards there, so they're holding up there. Poor Johnny, though, suffered a few shots too many. And of course, mines was up here, so basically all that munitions laid down here by Joe has been rendered null and void. Well, Slant with the cannon here. Looks like maybe forced away there. Not focusing on the rifle, might see if we can get away rather than a wipe there against Slant, which otherwise would have been good. We see a further fallback. We've got another minefield, but again, minesweepers to the rescue from Slant. And there we go, we got the M20s out, there we go. Armoured car patrol on the move for the United States of America. Chinese ready to hit to Jove and Alastor's Truppen. promising loads of havoc, death and misery. Rather than a bit of trouble there, the Gundies and an MG42 set up nicely. We got the M20 moving about, point there being secured as well. And from the like to big gunners company, which while the Alastor got up, we got a 221 on the way, likely going to be upgraded to the 222.
Is attempting to steal our sector.
A sensible decision. The trend is falling back there. Otherwise, the Germans are definitely under a lot of pressure. They're not really too focused or too organised compared to the Americans, keeping up so far good aggressive play and sort of constantly trying to find spots of where to attack around and do damage. We have, by the way, yet to see sort of any further doctoral choices there from either side. M20s now both in striking in. Germans are going to have to hold back from the centre again. Bunker up here, noting by the way it's not been set up, say for example it could benefit both of them. I do feel that's a bit of a mess. I mean, it would have been a better choice, it would help both Alastor and Jove. Instead now it only benefits Alastor. We've got a 222 up here for Alastor now. With its auto cannon, ready to strike fear into the hearts of the Americanen. 20's falling back here, we got an 6th anti-tank mine down there, good, that should definitely make life miserable for any panzer caught in it. Plenty of mines was there from the Americans, so they're not taking any chances there. Like to make this company up for Jove. We got a half-track on the way that should allow them a bit more durability at the front line. Of course, with the M20s out, of course, it might be a bit threatening in the longer run. We got another push from Alastor towards the right flank. Both sides, well, they're getting a pack 40 into both German players, I mean. M20 moving in there, well, noting by the way he switched out of the crew then bazooka with the BSs with the minesweeper, basically giving him some anti-tank rooms there versus the 222. Cheeky. But it does work. It does work. M20 rolling about there on the side. MG42 needs to be careful, he needs to fall back. And we got a pack 40 almost done. Then over here, Donniechan is taking some losses now. He is getting a bit beat up there. Slant on the hand, looking stronger. There we go, nice rocket there versus the MG42. Could almost get it. 222, I think probably could charge right now and do a lot of damage. Sadly, it's a bit too slow here from Alastor. Failing in opportunities will maybe wipe the MG42, but still, there might be a chance of getting the lieutenant at the very least, ending the American chain of command. Yes, we got the M20 moving up, both M20s moving up, we got the vehicle crew as well there with the bazooka. Meanwhile, the West is largely lost as well as the Americans just keep pushing forwards. And we got Donniechan here laying down several fuel caches, which also explains why he's not necessarily having too many troops on the field compared to Slant. A lot of those resources are going towards fuel caches and thus a longer game play that might also be more favourable for the Americans, of course, with 2 fuel caches. And I mean, they've got quite the fuel advantage now. 10 there for the Germans, 38 for the Americans. Gone out there for there on the way for Jove. So no further sign of any doctoral choices there from either side. It's still Donniechan there with the rifle company. Anything going on the base? We got BARs, well they're upgraded here for Slant. Allowing his ram to become that much more lethal there with the BAI in hand. Part light machine gun, part, well, battle rifle. It's sort of a weird World War I era weapon. It was meant for sort of providing walking fire support, but overall it sort of does end up getting used as a light machine gun half the time. It was a sort of a weird weapon. We've got 222 moving in here. Who could pop up here and try to use the bazooka there versus the 222, gaining Metri 2 by the way, gaining Metri 2 further far here. All the Germans are having a very hard time making any progress right now versus the Americans. That's definitely not helpful, but at least they got a fuel point. At least they got a fuel point, so things are going to be more focused there. From the large top, we've got Slant actually wiped out in the 222 police. He's blocked off the path. We got more troops moving in. We got the M20 moving up. There we go. Retreating. Can he get them? Can he get them? Almost got the M20 there. And there you go. Rifleman wiped. Private Dewey, his flamethrower tank bursting open, roasting him alive. And a horrible cruiser man. There you go. 222 went down with the M20 as well. The Germans are beginning to make some casualties now. And beginning to make their presence felt upon the Americans. But again, we got a strong blocking position here from the Americans, both setting up forces around the cut-off point, doing the best to make things miserable here for Fritz. We got 2 MB-40 basically coming versus any sort of deeper assault here. Lieutenant press. Now, trying to flank around here, but signal straight to the 842 point blank. Half-tech moving as well. There we go. We could see another wipe. We could see another wipe. The lieutenant might be lost here. Will they get him? Or will the lieutenant suffer a major stroke of luck and get away? Looks like he does, the lucky bastard. Lighter skirmishing here, but the Rifle definitely have the advantage there with a Browning automatic in their hands. We got Panzer Grenadier on the way for Alastor. As for Jove, he's getting more Grenadier, no Panzer Grenadier so far. Now the German players teched up. I really do think they might want to consider these just a bit, though. And again, I mean, they are struggling to hold fuel, and apart from say, you know, get a fuel cache down at that point at the very least. Get a fuel cache down, I mean, get some down. I mean, the overall structure is getting any fuel in. Of course, the Americans are practically swimming in it. Lieutenant there getting absolutely shredded. Mortar fire raining down. Sherman on the way. We got a sniper now on the way here for Alastor. As for Donniechan, we got a Scot on the way. In fact, he's already got one out. Oh wait, no, man, it just came in. Either way, though. Armour ambulances arriving here for the Americans, for the 2nd Armoured here as the 1st SS is already faltering in its opening steps. Can they turn this around? But looks like they are certainly now pushing back there. Then we've got progress. Of course, the half-tank is helping a bit here, sort of keeping up momentum just a bit. Rather than getting cut down by Grenadiers. Negative cover, obviously being a negative crossbow there for the Rifle. Now out in the bloody open. Down to one man with a Browning automatic. Wishing he had a chocolate bar, perhaps. And was also far removed from the front line. And there we go, a BAR drop there. No, you pick it up, Peter. It's American. I don't want that crap on my hands. And he's got a scrum there moving hit there. Pit, some amount of 50 cover going up. We also got a high close around. Noting by the way, this is a pretty poor positioning for a pack 40. Clearly wasn't quite thinking about that one. I mean, note the terrain, not exactly a lot of sort of room to get off some good shots. And overall, the way it was pointing, a lot of its target fire was blocked. I mean, overall, that was just poor pack usage, I would say, there from Alastor. Panzerfaust going off there. Center being pushed back here once more by the Americans. Flamethrower being handed out here for Donnie, who's by the way getting a 2nd Scot now. A 2nd Scot there's the first one moves ahead there. The 75mm howitzer, which is basically the same howitzer as the one in the pack howitzer. Front track there. Canadians need to retreat as well. They're close to getting wiped out. We've got airborne while here for Slant. We've got paratroopers with Thompson submachine guns. And they've got Thompson submachine gun, but also expensive and hard to make. Also, while it was powerful, it was also heavy, and thus, in fact, was a bit problematic against a submachine gun. As that rather made it unwieldy, which is one thing a submachine gun generally is not appreciated as being. Lieutenant moving in. Half-tick moving up, they got pioneers as well. They might have a chance this time. The lieutenant's going to be rather awkward and still. They're still the best position. I mean, they're still going to be in that part of the target fire. They're occupied. And over the way they can sort of approach from east, it's going to be allowed them to creep up here on the pack forward. I mean, yeah, not really the best position there from Alastor. Making needs to be cleared out there by armour. Meanwhile, we got artillery fire there, breaking down the centre German positions. Presuming a hit there with their Browning. Got in before he was quickly cleared out. And finally got a doctor there from Joe, but he goes for mechanised assault. And I fear he's going to go for Stoogie. I mean, it could help, but at the same time, can't help but feel that's a bit lazy. And a bit of a crotch play. Crutch, yes, crutch. I think I said the other thing. Accidentally. Oh well. Anyways, take up there he goes. We need it for Alastor. We've got the Stump. You should see here the crutch play. Rolling ahead. I suppose we could call it crotch play, just sort of make it more awkward for the ones that do play Stoogies too much. Anyways, paratroopers there taking heavy losses from the Sturmgeschütz, being pushed away. Pack 4 setting up snipers there. You need to be careful. I mean, he needs to keep the sniper away from everybody else to a certain extent. I mean, sure, keep it screen, but not, you know, amongst the others, because it's only getting easier for a Scot to sort of knock them out. Heavy damage to the Scot. Stoogie moving forwards. High close as flying away at the Americans, not quite hitting besides the first 2 kills. More pioneers with their losses are being inflicted. They got Sherman M20 moving here in the north. We got the pack 4 moving further forward. It's going to be caught here. Dangerous play, playing dangerous play. We've got no upgrades here for the Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer for example, one of the is nowhere near iron. Oh, there we go, moving up. Panzerfaust off the Sherman. Lieutenant, Rifle moving up there with a BAR. More Rifle moving in, and the Lieutenant moving up. So we've got the pack 4, we've got the half, we've got the Stoogie, but still no further armour support because again the Germans haven't checked up for that. Alastor basically being the only one with no doctrine as of yet. But it's still wiped out, light machine gun dropped. Sherman continuing to fire away, the high explosive rounds doing damage. Lieutenant Rifle get them up, and they need to get away before they're utterly annihilated. Halfway towards Vector from Stu E, and we got the MP-14 starting up the Lieutenant's advance. No, I think upgrades by way for either American players Rifleman. Bit of a miss there, I think, bit of a miss. At least they're making some progress towards it, but overall the Germans are struggling a bit here. They are struggling a bit. Another shot being mobilised there for Slant and the second armament. Anyways, Pack 40, they attempt to recruit. That was a bit of a waste there by Donniechan, but I do a bit of a waste there. Rather than in trouble. We got Scots here bombarding out absolutely, well, mostly empty ground anyways. Still does have a fuel cache there from the Germans, whereas the Americans still got two. And the tank rifle did their penetrate the front army. Also got a nice incendiary round to about last 8 months. The ruins forced the Pack 40 to get away. In fact, one Pack 40 crew was pretty much smoked and taught. And for doing what he can support, and he's recruiting it right behind the Stugi. Extremely bold play there by Donniechan. He couldn't work out at the same time with the Grenadiers here. Of course, the Pack 40 crew might end up being sentenced to death for stealing Wehrmacht property. Halt! In the hook! We can't! Our hands have been glued to the anti-tank gun. Ah, so you die. Stugi there, gaining eventually too. Patrick hit there straight to the Grenadiers. And White veterans one there for the paratroopers. Nice little assault there from Slant. Scott's rolling hit. We got a Jackson on the way for Donnie, and I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, the Germans sort of getting back in the field. They're getting a nice chunk of the map, but still they're struggling. Still they're suffering there in front of the Americans. Attacks are getting increasingly more nasty there with the Scots, Germans, soon Jackson's well. Overall, the Americans got a larger armor superiority versus Germans. The Germans still have their support weapons, but that's about it really. They're having a hard time sort of organising things, the terrain, and the way they're using it so far, actually aiding the Americans a bit. They need to sort of consider their positions as well, and maybe some more mines. Also more harassment on the left flank. They need to try to away the Americans a bit here from the centre in the right position. Otherwise, they need to take up. Alastor ruled the one with a better chance. They should definitely try to sort of get some Panzerforce out as soon as possible, or a pair of Stugs, or something that can provide some more armoured resistance there to the Americans, and also perhaps deal with the infantry a bit. This running a flak Panzer and that could also work out a bit. But generally, take up his need. I mean, if Alastor wants to, he could also try and go for a Panther. I mean, that could also work. It would be a bit more risky, but it could prove to be the absolute right thing he needs. Otherwise, a Drexel needs to be made, a choice needs to be made there as well. I mean, he could go for the Jaeger armor, but I don't really think you get much out of it. He could go for close air support, but overall, lead troops there with troop training could work out. Plus G for the free stun grenades, smoke. Overall, that could all find with them necessity. But of course, I suppose they could also allow him to call in a Tiger if things go sour. I mean, he could also just go for Jaeger armor, go for an elephant right now. I mean, that would also be, highly risky, and the terrain wouldn't be too suited for it. I mean, he could also just go for the regal mines and the spotting scopes. I mean, there are a few options there. Close air support at this moment, I would not recommend. So, I mean, it's really all down to Jaeger armor and elite troops, and overall, elite troops would probably do them the best. As for Joe, again, opponent would say take up and really get some fuel caches up. Maybe get out some assault gunners. I mean, with this kind of terrain, some assault gunners would do them a bit of good here, I think. So that could be an idea for Slant and Donniechan. You're keeping up pressure, trying to flank and harass deeper in here. So try to get behind the German position instead of just trying to hit in there from the front. In that regard, Slant and Donniechan are getting a bit perhaps lazy, just relying too much on brute force, which could give the Germans actually a chance of really getting back in the game there if the Americans making a mistake there during the assaults and misjudge anything. So I mean, that is something to keep in mind there for Slant and Donniechan. Other options there to otherwise consider, might be calling in some anti-tank guns for a 50 cover there for Slant. For Donniechan, ECH could also be something considering in the longer run. But there you go. They still, by the way, got no upgrades for Slant, despite, again, having bulletins for it. But it's back here to the fight. There's back to the fight. Gilly's only got the sensors right. We've got him with the BAR. We've got the shell moving up. Units hanging about there. I'm trying to repair but not recruit. Hanson really hitting forward straight into the Scots. Almost annihilating the entire unit. Looks, yeah, we got wiped. Lieutenant wiped it off. We got a flare there going off quickly from Donniechan as well. Red to the Americans actually making use of flares, which is actually quite neat to see there. So that's also gives us a better idea of the German positions in the ruins. MG42 in a bit of trouble. Jackson almost really got a sniper here on the way now for Jove. The business is now to go for so many snipers, despite the heavy armoured presence of the Americans. Trying to lose control of the ruins. We've got the Scots advancing, infantry here held up on the platform, about to get slaughtered. Those Scots finally, there we go, the crew utterly annihilated, splatters across the walls, becoming a nice little mural of misery and woe. There goes to E-flanking. We got target weak point on the show, maybe allowing the Pack 40 to get it. A small victory there for Zereich. And we got one Sherman cooked up. Like a Scottish Christmas goose. Meanwhile, Stuke there halfway towards Veterans within a high rate of fire, blasting away. At the same time, got Petrus flanking here, catching the German positions off guard with Jove. We should actually use tactical assault here to increase these lethality and actually allow them to sort of more quickly clear out the support front, to allow them to clear out the MG42. In fact, but no, looks like it's decided against. I do think that's what it is there by Slant. Ultimately, we are seeing here at Jove and Alastor falling back here from the centre. They're simply overwhelmed. We've got the Stuke also getting rushed. We've got White Phosphorus going down there. Now they tip their target weak point. This time, then the heat round failed to penetrate. And there we go. Jackson knocks out the Schlugi. Back 40 there, close to getting the Sherman. Looks like the Sherman will get away. Pack crew suffering terrifying losses, and we still got no take up there from another German player. Still intent on apparently playing for something. Got finally, after 20 minutes almost, elite troops has been chosen for Alastor. I mean, really elite troops again. You know, I mean, just using it for the Tiger race. I mean, that's really crutch play, but also crutch play, because I mean, basically, you're rather, using it for the very least possible. You're just sort of using it so to hold you up. But overall, I mean, you're actually hurting yourself by doing it, because overall you're missing out on a lot of good from the doctrine, which is always pretty solid in many ways. But if you're just using it for one ability, I mean, that's not really what I'd call, wildly intelligent original play. Or very strong play, at least when it comes to doctrines. I mean, you can easily use troop training earlier, stun grenades, I think, could also done them a lot of good earlier, or even G43s. I mean, that's really just losing out on so much there from the German players. Gunners almost getting up, got Americans force there with flamethrowers, MD4 choosing up here for Alastor. And rather than here moving ahead, they're strengthening the Grenadier. Pushing them away there. Almost got the entire lot white. We got the Jags there blasting away. Scott falling back there. Having actually suffered quite a bit there to German anti-tank arms. Looks like the Germans are making a counter-attack there too. Force back the Americans. Jove still off from getting a Tiger. That's probably what's aiming for. And again, no sign of fuel cache. Alastor's definitely far off from getting a Tiger. I mean, there's still 4 points to go there before he can begin killing. And now he actually takes up 20 minutes into the match. He finally considers taking up. Much too bloody late there, I feel, from Alastor. I mean, he could of course still turn it around, but it's going to be a lot more risky now. Of course, the Americans have so much more armour on the field. Back 40 hit caught by the White Phosphorus. Nasty stuff there. Truck shattered there, but artillery strikes for snipers. Snipers got 2 snipers there for Joe. 2 snipers. Petrus running straight through the White Phosphorus. They could actually get wiped here on the retreat. They could be right here on the retreat. Grenadiers also caught. There we go. 1 unit wipe. We got a BAR drop there. Grenadiers need to retreat. Riding getting suppressed. Grenadiers could see some BAR there for the glory of Donniechan. Quick rifle grenades there. They are doing some damage to the Americans, but at the same time, Alastor has taken a thorough beating. He's barely got any troops left. The overall is looking stronger, but Alastor needs to do something drastically so to quickly overcome the losses he suffered and also do some serious damage. Pack 40 here, we got an MG4 to also deal with the Sherman. Slant needs to be a bit careful. In fact, Slant has suffered heavy infantry losses himself, and there goes Sherman knocked out. Now Slant is actually the one sort of from the American side, bleeding out heavily. William, Jove and Donniechan are sort of the dominant players. The other one's basically sort of relegated to more of a support role. There's here versus Rifleman. Rifleman without grenades here will suffer versus Rifleman. There's a... Oh, we might see the Jackson knocked out there. Quick bazooka shot there for the Grenadiers. Couldn't see him knocked out. There we go. Kaput, but the Grenadiers themselves were wiped. That is not something Alastor could afford. That is terrible. We got a Panther IV on the way, finally. Finally, 22 minutes of the game, we actually see some German armour. Could happen sooner than ever. I'm getting shredded here in front of the MG42 and the snipers. Donniechan needs to be a bit careful as well, but he can of course actually suffer more losses and not be completely into trouble. Here the gun needs to retreat. Jove should not be wasting those guns. The half-track power is still hanging back here, but not getting repaired. Lots of MG42s such that can be crewed and turned against the Americans once more. North has been lost. We've got a fighting position with the re-echelons in it as well. It seems like to a certain extent the Germans are just so focused on the centre, they're rather forgetting the fuel point and everything else.
Sherman, taking fire!
Going into trouble with the Sherman. Quick Panther fast there, they're damaging the engine on the Sherman. And there we go, finally the Panther IV arrives here, and he's actually using troop training. Good, good. Activating using the ability, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, so many people just neglect that ability. And actually, Alastor is making use of it. That's wonderful, wunderbar.
Forces are securing our territory.
We got 3 snipers there moving about, looking for targets. Another flare there from the Americans to spot ahead. Also, I imagine provide some targets there for the Scot. And they're safe hands while they're charging the Lieutenant. Veterans won their game. Pillman machine gun was ready. We've got Lieutenant almost right as well here in front of the Panther Kampfwagen here.
Ready to join the fight.
And Jove calling in a Tiger tank. Got the Sherman here. Needs turn the front towards the Sherman. Turn the front. Don't expose the rear, Alastor. We got a P-47 strike going in here versus the Panther IV, which is, by the way, halfway towards range 2. The P-47 only get 1 rocket to hit. And then, oh good lord, the Panther IV shutting down. That's definitely an ace in the making there on top. Another P-47 that strikes in. Another few more shots actually connect there with the P-40 or Panther IV. Moving in towards the centre here. Jackson fires, misses. Pack 4 needs to fall back. We got another Scot on the way now for Slant. The nice mortar strike here lands in the midst of the Americans, straight in the middle of the road. And quickly laying down a smoke screen to help them cover up as they move there for the victory point. Nice executed victory point, only not looking for Germany down to less than 50. Fighting over the fuel pump, running straight to the Pioneers. 24 still not recruited, half tech still not repaired. Come on, Germans. Jove. Tiger taking a few hits there for the P-47, moving forwards here. Not really getting a lot of hits there. We got Scots bombarding, gaining veterans here too. Panther IV should try and support the Tiger. Jackson firing in now. Tiger no man actually considering getting out, and the Panther probably should not be supporting. Unless of course he intends to flame. Got an anti-tank in here by secured by Donniechan. Tiger almost knocked out. Thankfully the mine didn't spot there, but the mine from Alastor could have been bad for the Tiger. Oh, it still ends up bad. We got a Blitzkrieg Panther IV here in. Smoke right in front of everything. Oh dear, he might lose it as well. No, Jackson misses, but the loss of a Tiger huge. And we got a Tiger race out for Alastor. He's already got a rather weak force. I mean, he's basically now going to be putting all the pressure on Jove to basically sort of do most of the other thing. Now he's also going to do some serious damage with the Tiger and his Panther IV. Otherwise, it's all going to be for naught. Can the Tiger race here save the day? For Zweig? For the Leibstandarte. Which was, by the way, one of many elite SS units of the army units that were formed from of different sort of bodyguard units for Hitler.
Opponents are seizing the sector.
Rather taking heavy losses. Lieutenant here suffering as well. Tiger is getting off some kills there. And the Panther IV receiving some most needed repairs. Send their forced away. Donniechan still looking strong. Slant looking strong. Slant not quite as much. Getting the fuel point there back. Patrick was caught in front of the Tiger race. We've got Scott running in as well. That's pretty risky there. Looks like here though, Alastor's being very conservative. He's not moving that Tiger race too far ahead there. Doesn't want to take any chances. He knows he's not here to reenact Fury, or at least he's not intending to do so. Also, Donniechan's running a ton of fuel. I mean, he's not really calling even a single EC8 here. Petrol's in a bit of trouble. And by the way, we got a light machine gun there dropped. The ace moves forward, pack forward there taking losses. Might want to use some more pioneers to repair, you know, get them back reinforced. Or have, you know, Jove help, except he doesn't have any pioneers at all either. So I mean, really that panzer was going to take ages to repair with only 2 pioneers with no veterans repairing it. And now we're seeing Alastor's forces have basically been absolutely murdered. He's got practically nothing left. He might be able to get the Sherman here, but that's about it. We've got an airstrike going in, I think, from Slant. The P-47 one called in from the US Air Force. Tiger didn't really count it to dodge the rockets. Just been trying to avoid. We've got Ruffin flanking up there to take Ruffin from going to see if they can't damage the end of the Tiger. Making it easy tight. There we go. There we go. Jackson with a damaged engine. Show moving up. Anti-tank wrecked here by the ace, but there goes Sherman flanking in. Almost got the Tiger Ace, almost got the Tiger Ace. Shot taking time penetrating. Jackson knocked out with the Panther 4 rushing in. Tiger Ace almost knocked out. Sliver of health left, sliver of health left. There we go. Sherman gets it, Sherman gets it. Then gets knocked out by Zone. And now Alastor's practically broken. All he's got here is basically the Panther 4 Veterancy 2. Another Stoogie there from Jove. Yeah, that's not going to help at this stage of the fight. Donniechan's got still a bunch of stuff. They're still not calling an EC8. Slant's just calling in a fresh action while the Panther 4 is one ball pulling back. Sniper here doing what he can. So there's the Granaten there for Sturmgeschütz in Vorwärts. A quick grenade there versus the mortar, almost wiped the entire lot, and there go Panther 4 charging, but with it being exposed! Careful, Alastor. Careful. Another bit of troop training there for the Grenadiers, so he's helping with that, that's alright. But it might just be too late now.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Cleared out the positions here, good job. There's a bazooka left behind for them to use, by the way. Alastor do good cancel to get back in the field. Panther 4 desperately needs repairs. Pack 40 there wiped. The Scots are definitely proving useful as always, so well handled.
Gun ready.
Rather than hit straight to the MP-42 veteran defeat. And a quick smoke grenade there, nicely executed by Donniechan. Veterans, you feel the Granaten there for MG42 needs to fall back before it's wiped here. Victory point there, lost in fact there's none in the control there of the Germans of the Reich. Sniper almost wiped here. Almost. Half track still hasn't been moved at all, in fact seems like Jove has either forgotten about it, he's just ignoring it. Lieutenant force away, but he's got nothing in the immediate vicinity to actually take the victory point. Quick incendiary around there, there's the rifleman, almost got the entire lot wiped. But there we go, quick flame for a scorches the sniper, giving him a taste of hell before he ends up there. Looks like we got GG from Alastor, I'm guessing that's GG. Or maybe it's a niet. I don't know. By the way, game over there, a loss for the Germans, a bit too much relying on just basically again, you know, just, you know, the call-in stuff, not really so, you know, proper making use of what they had, in particular Joe, you know, could have done more than just Stoogies and Tigers, overall that limited him, and Alastor I feel was too late now to take out again some armour. I mean, he made use of troop training, that was good, but he also could have chosen so much sooner, had, you know, stun grenades out. More earlier use of troop training, but also G43s. I mean, he could have done so much more. Overall, I also feel like the Germans would have just made poor use of the map to a certain extent. They were too focused on the centre, rather than giving up rest and also allowing the Americans to strike everywhere else and gain a nice victory point lead, but also fuel point lead. I mean, that was really also one of the larger missings, but also the Americans made a good choice in getting so many fuel caches early on that also gave the Americans so much more strength in the later game. So, I mean, there were definitely a lot of problems I feel from the Germans' play. And there are definitely a lot of things that they could have gone better, I would say. Particularly, you know, less reliance on Stoogies. I mean, I mean, versus once, you know, your opponent gets off, well, they're not going to do that much in the end. So they were basically just a waste of resources after the first one there for Jove, to be honest. So a lot of problems in that regard, I would say. I mean, they sort of made some clever moves here and there, but ultimately it was basically always shallow. The strategy in the end was basically monotonous and rather shallow, which overall gave the Americans, who went for a lot more, well, more strength. So there you go. I mean, overall, one thing to always keep in mind is, you know, don't just try to line doctrine, and even then try to make full use of your doctrine, not just say 1 or 2 units. That is poor play. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hopefully, it gave you some ideas for matches. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Ding. Cheers, and thank you for watching. Bye.